Good morning and welcome to another ironic introduction to another video. Don't mind me in the background, partially because it'll give you something to look at, but partially because I need every minute I can on my work days to grind the arena. I am still currently grinding for my 4-star Proxima Midnight duplicate. I just wanted to talk about why I think new players to Marvel Contest of Champions shouldn't worry too much about the state of the endgame. And the reason I believe that is because I know that for new players, the amount of time it's going to take you to reach the endgame for this game is going to be several months at the very least. I mean, even for players like me who are not afraid to wail a bit up front in order to get a nice boost in character rosters, etc., you have to play lots and lots and lots of hours in this game in order to just build the skill set necessary in order to clear content. That's what's nice about this game is as much as you can progress your roster, as much as you can set up an OP team, it doesn't matter if you can't play perfectly, right? If you don't know the fundamentals of the game, if you don't know, how to respond to certain situations or nodes, it doesn't matter, and I've actually run into that problem myself where I really feel like I've been blessed by my 4-star roster, but I'm still unable to clear uncollected, even though I've seen videos of better players, way better players than me, clearing uncollected with rosters significantly worse than mine. And the reason for that is they have skills from years of experience that I don't. And so that's something I'm working on right now. It's something that I'm still building up by practicing, jumping into longer fights, trying to clear entire quest lines with one champion just so I can really get good with that one champion, as I really noticed that that's a huge factor in this game. I'm actually going to lose this fight, unfortunately. So that being said, as a new player, you see, a lot of veterans talking about leaving the game, quitting, rage quitting. They're burnt out. They don't like the state of the end game, and that's a huge concern. Those are things I think new players should be aware of. I'm not saying it's something you should ignore, but when I watch these free-to-play streams, people comment about how they've been playing for 6 months and the streamer has already passed them. People comment about how they've been playing for a year and the streamer's already passed them. And part of that is just that these streamers who are at endgame have been playing for years as a full-time job, right? Like that's what they do for a living. And people like me who can no-life this game just because of, my life situation / how willing I am to just not sleep, are able to progress incredibly quickly because of the amount of hours sunk in. I mean, to give you an idea, like I've been playing for a little over 35 days, and just in Arena alone, I am up to over 10,000 fights won. Just 10,000 fights won. That's not including fights lost. So that being said, if you're a new player and you're worried about the state of the end game, I think that it's something you should consider. But remember that, it's essentially what you should think of it as is the end game for this game. It'd be like the expansion to an MMO, right? That doesn't change the fact that the first portion of the MMO is still a great game, and sure, like this expansion sucks right now and players are leaving and they're like, this really sucks. But by the time you reach that state of the game, there might be a new expansion that veteran players are bragging about and exclaiming is one of the best parts of this game and how it's revitalized the community, etc. Why is he? That's an interesting glitch. I'm glad I get this on video. He is supposed to not be like that, so that's really cool. I hope you guys get to appreciate this kind of glitched out Kingpin. So that being said, if you're a new player, don't fret too much. Pay attention to it, right? So as you progress and you get farther in the game, maybe just relax your wallet spending a little bit, right? Especially if you're someone who is willing to spend money on a game you think is good and worth your time, as you kind of approach that end game portion of the game, maybe hold back. Maybe think, okay, I'll wait until the game proves that it's worth it, and then that will effectively show kabam, okay, players don't have an issue with the beginning part of the game, but as they approach the end, that's when they start to let up on money, and that's because the end game state of the game isn't there. So that said, I hope that I could kind of ease your minds, maybe convince you that this game is still worth playing even as a beginner, especially as a beginner, and that you don't need to really worry yet. And I think the big part of that is yet. That said, I'll talk to you later.